Welcome back to Stuttering Sports. Today is August 22nd, 2021, and the topic for today is Steelers rookie tight end Pat Freiermuth, and now he is making waves before the regular season. This obviously comes a day after putting up 2 first-quarter touchdowns, connecting with Big Ben on both of those, and getting high praise from Ben Roethlisberger during last night's post-game press conference, saying this.
You know, he works hard. He's a Steeler. He reminds me of another tight end we've had here before.
Execution needs to be better.
So if we're not talking about him, that's pretty high praise.
I'd like for other teams not to know too much about him.
Yeah, that is massive. Pat Freiermuth is a Pittsburgh Steeler. He embodies the Steelers, and he just got the cosign from Big Ben Roethlisberger, who has literally been the poster child for the Pittsburgh Steelers for the past 17 years and will be the poster child for what a Pittsburgh Steeler is. That is beyond huge. Going into the draft, the main draw of Freiermuth was his mix of size and athletic ability. I sincerely thought Jacksonville would take him with either 25 or 33, so when he fell down to 49, I was not mad that Pittsburgh got such a talented prospect so late. Now, I did not get it at the time. I did not quite like the pick because I was so heavy on the offensive line. I thought Pittsburgh should have drafted all offensive line and then just went from there. But the Pat Freiermuth pick is not a 1-year pick. It's a 10-year pick, assuming he can live up to the expectations that are set. Tight end Pat Freiermuth is a franchise cornerstone, and Pittsburgh needs that now more than ever on the offensive side of the ball because, with Big Ben most likely retiring at the end of this season, yeah, we need someone there that can 100% help out a new, either rookie QB or veteran QB. Whichever route Pittsburgh decides to take, we drafted a Pittsburgh Steeler with a great work ethic, which we also did during the first round draft in Najee Harris. I absolutely love both of those players, but this is about Pat Freiermuth. Long-term expectations, he's a franchise cornerstone that can help out a young QB and grow together to become a new age Big Ben and Heath Miller. That is the long-term just goal. But for this season coming up, it probably won't be pretty. Not because he's bad. He'll actually play a pretty big role as hopefully tight end 1, but the fit will not be shown immediately. The only concern that I have, now this is his only real weakness, and it plays into the Steelers really poorly. Pat Freiermuth not being a great blocker does suck because Pittsburgh's offensive line, I like it. It's young, but it's going to be bad next year. And not being able to have that blocking tight end, it definitely sucks because we know damn well that Eric Ebron is not that guy. But the major positive of having Pat Freiermuth, at least for this season, is his red zone threat. We literally just saw it last night. That man is so dangerous when it comes down to the red zone. And this is already a team that has Chase Claypool, who is going to make waves in the red zone next season. Having Freiermuth and Claypool in the red zone is so dangerous for any defense, and now Pittsburgh has that in those long 10-play drives where you're just wearing the defense down. That is massive. All training camp, we have been hearing about how he is translating his college game to the NFL game so seamlessly, and the biggest thing, to me at least, is the fact that we have not seen him drop a ball once. Eric Ebron. Pat Freiermuth is not dropping the ball whatsoever, and having that be your ground level, your first ever training camp, having that be just the base of whatever your career is going to be, cannot be understated whatsoever. Pittsburgh will not have a great use for Pat Freiermuth this upcoming season, unless he is guaranteed bona fide tight end 1 over Eric Ebron. I think the red zone use is massive, but I think him and Eric Ebron splitting snaps, it'll be a little confusing. It'll be a little confusing to say the least, but I do think Freiermuth will have a really good rookie year for what he is. And what he is not exactly what the Steelers need right this moment, but in 5 to 10 years, that Pat Freiermuth pick will be looked back on as how the hell did he fall down to 49? Because, well, in 2021, Pittsburgh doesn't need a receiving tight end. I don't like Eric Ebron that much, but, you know, he's a viable tight end one as a receiver, especially when you consider Pittsburgh already has that foursome at receiver and then also Najee Harris. Ebron's a viable tight end one, and he can't block, so he's a receiving tight end. Look at the similarity between him and Pat Freiermuth. Freiermuth also cannot block. Now you have two receiving tight ends. I really hope Freiermuth wins the tight end one, not because I have anything against Eric Ebron. I just want Freiermuth to really be able to connect with Big Ben as much as possible over this next year, because that will be essential for Freiermuth's ability to become the franchise cornerstone for whoever the next QB is. Freiermuth's biggest strengths are his consistency and his red zone ability. His biggest weakness, though, is blocking, but that's okay. This is only a few preseason games alongside his first training camp, but expectations are definitely high coming from Big Ben Roethlisberger. And the biggest thing that was said about Pat Freiermuth, and that is being seen from Pat Freiermuth, is that he is a Pittsburgh Steeler. He fits the mold and he has the work ethic for it, which if you look at Najee Harris, we're looking at the same thing there. So, yeah, I am very excited to watch Pat Freiermuth not only this year, but for the rest of his career. I think year one is going to be a little weird, kind of getting that fit in with Eric Ebron, but I sincerely hope he wins tight end one, because the connection between him and Big Ben is not just a 1-year thing, it's a 10-year thing. Getting that experience, the reps with the man who is literally the mascot for what a Pittsburgh Steeler is. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me today. If you enjoyed this video, share it with a friend. If not, share it with a friend. Leaves a thumbs up if you liked, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Unless he is guaranteed bona fide tight end one over Eric Ebron.